right. Hey y'all, it's EJ here with another video for Cupcake Butt. Today I'm going to teach y'all how to make buttercream frosting and have to make a shout out to Reggie. Cheers with my grape juice. All right. So before we get started, you need a couple of things. You need a mixer. You will need the whip or whisk attachment. Also forgot to mention, I'll teach you how to frost the cake. We kind of ate the cupcakes, but we still have that 2-layer cake from our last video. So I'll teach y'all how to frost that. You'll need a rubber spatula. You also need a bent spatula. You can find these at Walmart. These are in probably Amazon. I'll find a link and drop it in the box. These are meant for frosting. I'll show you how to use it later. And also this lovely little cake table. You can also find this at Walmart, Amazon. It spins, or you can use a Lazy Susan. Okay, so for the frosting, it's just like 5 ingredients. You'll need 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. You'll need about a teaspoon of milk, teaspoon of vanilla extract. There's several different types of frosting. There's also cream cheese frosting. It's made pretty much the same way. But today we're just going to make a basic buttercream frosting. So I still haven't named the mixer. If you guys have any suggestions, comment below. You're going to start off with your stick of butter. Make sure it's soft. Okay, and then you know me, I like to break it up. So really simple. You're just going to whip the butter. Add the sugar in small amounts. If it's a little thicker, I'm going to put in a splash or 2 of the milk. And then add the vanilla for the flavor. So I'm going to start on low just to whip the butter a little bit. I don't have to do too much because it's already soft. Okay, and then you're going to get a spoon. Okay. And then you're just put it in little bits at a time. And you can do this with your mixer on low. And you're just going to cream your butter and your sugar together. And then we'll crank it up a little bit. It's going to look thick at first, but then we're going to keep whipping it. We're going to be increasing the speed momentarily. That adds a lot of air into the butter and the sugar, which makes it fluffy. Alright, so it should look like thick paste. You're just going to let it go for a little bit. I'm going to stop it just to add my splash of vanilla. You're going to be careful putting too much liquid in. See how it's starting to look like frosting? You may not even add the milk. I'll have to see how thick it is. So you're going to crank it up on high. And it'll start to look like frosting. It looks pretty good. As I was saying, you don't want to put too much liquid in because it'll melt your sugar and you'll have this disgusting looking goop. So I try to be careful. I only add a little bit of milk if it's like super thick. Okay, forgot to mention you also want to scrape the sides of your bowl. I will demonstrate like so. This actually looks like frosting. It's pretty good. So. Okay. Sorry, I guess you can't see, but now you can see. Just scrape the sides of your bowl. It smells yummy. And also, if this doesn't look like enough frosting, you can double this rest. I'm actually going to add just a tiny splash of milk. Just thin it out just a tiny, tiny bit. Alright, you're going to put it on high for like maybe 30 seconds. You don't want to over whip it because then it'll like and clean up as you go. Sugar's very, very messy. This looks good. Come back in a second and teach you how to frost the cake. Okay, we're back. So I wrapped my layers with a little bit of parchment paper in between, so it wouldn't stick. And I just put them on a plate. And I got a new plate and I just sat it on the turntable. You can also use cake circles. They're like little cardboard circles and you wrap them with aluminum foil. I have some somewhere, but I didn't feel like looking for them, so which is fine because you don't really need them unless you want them. But using a plate's fine. So we're just gonna take, oh yeah, the frosting's a little sweet. If you don't like it as sweet, you can also add more butter. Just gonna take a tiny bit using our bent spatula. And it's like spreading on paint or spackle. And we're just gonna put a little bit on the bottom of the plate just to cement the cake down so it won't go sliding everywhere. Only need a tiny bit. So you're gonna put down your first layer. Actually, I'm gonna save this layer for the top. It's gotten stuck, but I put parchment on the bottom too. So you're gonna make sure you peel off the paper because nobody wants to eat paper. And you're gonna lay it down like that. Beautiful. Second layer here. So we're gonna start in the middle and then do the sides. Fairly decent amount. That should be good. Maybe like 2 tablespoons or like maybe a 1/4 cup. I'm not good at measuring, but for the people that like to measure. So you're just gonna put a little bit in the middle and you're gonna spread going outwards. You can tilt your spatula a little bit at an angle and you just smear it. And then the turntable is great because you can just turn and smear as you go. So you're just gonna do that till you get the whole, there's gonna be crumbs. That's perfectly fine. You don't want to add too much frosting, just a thin layer. Unless you like a lot of frosting. Like I said, you can double up this recipe. So we'll just count. So yeah, start with the middle. Then put your second layer on. That looks pretty good. Okay. Put the second layer on. If it's wet and sticky, you can actually flip that side to meet with the frosting side. Again, it's messy. There'll be crumbs. You can eat the crumbs if you want. Have a little snack. Get throw this away. All right, fun part. And then I brought the rubber spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl just so I make sure I get all my frosting. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can frost the top and then do the sides, but what I like to do is do the sides and then do the top. So I'm gonna start with the sides. So you're gonna get your frosting and you're gonna hold your spatula like so, or sideways actually. And you're just gonna smear it on the sides. And don't worry if it looks ugly. The spatula is beautiful for smoothing out edges. Get to that in a minute. So it's not gonna look real pretty. You can even use a butter knife for this if you don't have a bent spatula or want to purchase one. You're just gonna fill the cracks. There will be crumbs. Also, to prevent a lot of crumbs, you can even freeze your cake layers. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it up and carefully lay the spatula kind of flat against the cake and go all the way around, smooth it out. That looks pretty good. You have a lovely little crumb coat. And also, if you want to be fancy and make everything smooth when you're done frosting, get a cup of hot water in your spatula and just dip it in and it smooths everything. I haven't frosted a cake in a long time. But it's fun. I quite enjoy it. I may have to do another video where I teach you how to use like a piping bag and different tips and stuff. Cause that's always fun because then you can get really fancy. But this is just for, you know, every day. I made a cake and I want to frost it so I can eat it kind of frosting. Start from the center. You can work your way out. Then you can always top it with chocolate chips or sprinkles or whatever you want to if you want to make it super fancy. I'm just kind of going back and forth. And then you can come up from the little bit of frosting on the edges. You can actually just smooth them towards the middle. Okay. Here we go. I'll probably do another video with different types of frosting. Just because I like different types of frosting, like cream cheese and whipped cream frosting, which is really delicious. And it's fairly easy to make. Pretty much it. You can even go back, do the sides again if you don't like the way the sides look. Also, you can get a cake comb. I need to actually get one. Cabinet got in the way. Have a little hiccup there. The cake comb is lovely because you can just, it's like a big flat spatula and you just kind of put it on the edges of the cake and it smooths out everything. This looks pretty good, y'all. What you think? Voila. All right, y'all enjoy.